Okay, folks, I just want everyone to know, yes, indeed, this is Rosario Dawson.
Yes.
She's here. I ask you, what do you know about Washington, D.C.?
I know you have like giant slices of pizza that I love here.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, that's true. That's one thing. That's one thing we do have. We also have the Anacostia River.
Yes.
And there's a lot of sediment and a lot of trash floating down the river.
No. Yeah.
And I think it would be good if you could stay here a little longer.
But as you're talking about you're speaking on the type of environment, but you talk about D.C. in a lot of other ways with crime rates, poverty, the school education. Like, you know, D.C. should be the mecca of all of these things being perfect, but what I actually think is important to recognize is actually it's not perfect. And D.C. is a real representation of what the rest of the country and the rest of the world is going through.
So where is perfection?
And so where is that perfection? It's what we're striving for. And hopefully we are actually striving for it. And it's not just a political issue and not something maybe people like us.
It's partially
but actually really going for it strongly and understanding we're not going to make a lot of friends necessarily along the way, but we're going to have our children not cursing us for it.
That's true.
And that's really important.
That
this is child abuse. That's what I say.
I agree with you, but I want to ask you, it brings me to an important question.
Okay.
When would you consider running for political office?
No. I have a voting organization. I tell people to vote for themselves. I think it's a really different conversation when I ask them to vote for me.
That's a fantastic answer.
You're
one of the smartest people I've ever interviewed. And I want to ask you, seriously, I'm going to ask you again, because I'm going to give you a chance to think about this again. I want to ask you, would you consider running for political office under any circumstances?
Under any circumstances?
Yes.
Of course.
Under what?
The West Wing.
Oh, well, that's acting, and we know you're good at that. Well, I'm talking about the real thing.
I have no idea. I'm 30. I'm about to be 31 in a week. You know, life is long. I didn't expect to be an actor. I thought I was going to be a marine biologist.
Yeah.
So life is full of surprises, and I'm a very curious person. So I will always I understand that the journey is the destination. So I'm on the journey.
Well, you are really incredible. I mean, to meet you in this atmosphere, it's really a dream come true. But I'm going to ask you, I'm going to probe you since you're giving me the liberty. I'm going to probe you one more question. What's the next great film that you're going to be involved in?
Oh, well, no pressure there. I have actually 2 films that are coming out. One called Unstoppable in the fall, and one called Zookeeper next year. I'm getting into producing. Yeah, it's a family film for once, which is nice. Yeah, but I'm working hard on that. I'm doing I think I'm working really hard with Voto Latino and the other organizations that I work with. And the next thing that I'm really excited about is that I'm going to be co-directing. Do you know Eve Ensler?
Sure. Yes, I do.
She wrote the Vagina Monologues, I'll say that.
Yes.
She wrote this new book called I'm an Emotional Creature. I've already directed 2 readings now with teenage girls, which are amazing. And I'm probably going to be co-directing the actual play. And it's all monologues that are about 4 teenage girls that will be performed by teenage girls. And it covers the full spectrum from issues with your mother, I'm not gay, I'm not straight, I'm Stephanie, it's not a baby, it's a maybe, a teenage girl's guide to surviving sex slavery, you know, Free Barbie is the child labor piece, like it's everything, it's female genital mutilation and asking your boyfriend to use a condom for the first time. It's what teenage girls are going through. And I really hope that when that actually happens, I'm like, at the same time checking out myself, it's terrible. At the same time as that happens, I hope you will all check it out. I am an emotional creature, so look for it, and you can get the book now. Okay, I'm going to ask you about genealogy. Genealogy? Yes. Jeez. This is way longer than 2 minutes. I'm going to ask you about Brown. Brown is a new thing. It's a major part of the way U.S. is becoming. We're becoming a brown country. Yes. So, and we're becoming more of a multilingual country, right? Yes. And you're a shining example of that. But that's always been the case. Well, tell me, but it's evolving, Chinese, Irish, I mean, obviously not necessarily Irish, but you have Chinese, the Polish, the Russians. I mean, I'm from Coney Island. It's all about a lot of immigrants who are coming in, and it makes, you know, when you're talking about that was my whole thing, like, so we were talking about the tea baggers, and then you're talking about teapots, and there's a coffee now movement. And I'm talking about the melting and green tea, and I'm talking about the melting pot. And that's a lot of what this country is, and, you know, Chinese Americans, African Americans, Latino Americans, they all really contribute very strongly to what America stands for and is, and our structure, you know, from the food we eat to the roads that we drive on. It's the meat and potatoes. The people are the meat and potatoes, and I think we need to inject humanity into the conversation about immigration. I think that's very, very important. It's a pleasure meeting you. We'll look forward to seeing you in your upcoming productions. Welcome to Washington, D.C. once again. Thank you. When will you be back? I might be back next week, but we'll see.
Okay.
I'm here off and on.
Maybe we'll see you on MSNBC.
Yeah,
right?
Maria Teresa, executive director of Voto Latino, is on there. She's a correspondent.
There you go.
Yes.
And say hello to Washington, D.C.
Hi, Washington.
Hello to
DC.
YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
All right. Peace out. Peace. Love it. Love it. Very good. There you go. Yes, indeed. There you go. There's a picture. Let's get it right now. Get it right. Get it right. All right. Yes, this is for real, Mom. I just want you to see this. All right. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure meeting you. That's what I call a promotion.